Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Bets.net Challenger Series. It's time for Game 2 of the day in our Best of 3 series. Fragsters took out AVANGAR relatively easily. I don't want to say it was completely easy, because AVANGAR did have the initial upper hand. But right now, I don't think they do have the upper hand anymore. We're moving on to Mirage, which is one of the best maps in the pool for AVANGAR. They've won many a time over many an important squad. They recently beat out Imperial in overtime, which admittedly Imperial are a pretty decent squad with some very, very, very good talents in that particular team. But in the past, they've taken on some very, very huge names. Beaten Pride, beaten Godsend, beaten Red Reserve, beaten Mouse Sports on this one in the past, you know. And while this map is a Mouse Sports map, so seeing AVANGAR go toe-to-toe against the likes of them and still win out is not a very good sign for the Fragsters squad. So we're about to find out whether that will be a very comfortable time. It's straight into the pistol for this map. All sets of Kevlar, and actually the T-side are going to go, never mind. It's not into the pistol, it's into the knife round. I know my rounds. I know exactly what is going on. I should have recognized this when they rushed straight out into the CT spawn. And all the CTs were stacking the A-bomb site. It's AVANGAR with the initial advantage to choose to stay on the CT side, which makes a lot of sense, all things considered. This is a CT-based map. And AVANGAR themselves have had a lot of success on their CT side. Versus Fragsters, who haven't really had a lot of success at all. They have lost this map 5 out of the 9 times they've played it. So this is going to be a very difficult affair for Fragsters. For the Danes, it's going to be a challenge and a half. Let's see if they are up for the challenge. As the pistol round is this time ready to go live with the utility for Torbeni, and then James has the defuse kit here for AVANGAR. Smoke out for him. It's Buster to take early face, but James tagged up, and Buster's been dinked down by the Glocks. Stavin trying to push up, trying to take him down. His Demostick also tagged up of his own accord. The backstab coming in from the CTs is not working out well for them at all, as they are going to get dismantled in the A-bomb site. Crizzen does get Dragonfly at least for 2 versus 3, but both players on the CT side are tagged down beyond belief, and Crizzen hasn't really got much of a chance here. Does spot Stavin, trying to take him out, doesn't quite get the frag. Now looking in for the next players here, back towards the ramp position. It's open for ramps, and I know exactly where they're playing at. The flashbang over until Denny Ben trying to throw him into disarray, but they're sticking the defuse. They're sticking the defuse. The smoke is out, and they're not going to get it. Jane will stay alive for the end of the round. Will get picked off after time, but that's after the defuse comes through, and AVANGAR claim themselves the pistol round. And no one thought to fire through the smoke. The Ninja was on, and then AVANGAR, as a result, will steal the pistol away from Fragsters. That would have been a fantastic way for them to start this off if they were the Danes, but unfortunately, they are denied. 1v3, and it's one out by the one. No major force buyout from Fragsters in this round. Obviously, they got their bomb plant, so they got a little bit extra money, and they're going to go in with a much more standard early round, rifle buy. The second round, they are just going to go eco in this one. Refresh is the only man with Kevlar. Upgraded pistols across the board here. This will be a 2-0 start as standard for the AVANGAR CT side. Demostick's ready for Dragonfly and does shut him down. Bubsky and Refresh. Well, not much will remain for them. 2 kills on Buster with the SMG. Still $100 for him in the bank. All 5 players staying alive for AVANGAR. And they will keep most of the funds and most of the weapons for value. Any frags now for AVANGAR, and these lesser than M4 weapons will be just a bonus for them at this point in time. Fragsters do need a round though. Torbeni then going to get out of Galil with his remaining funds. A limited amount of utility set, and the UMP will be out for Stavin, so the weakest man for the Fragsters side. Technical basis. AVANGAR just going to prep for them, ready for them to make their way into the default, into the B-bomb site. Crizzen's ready for them, that's for sure. Smoke down, I think he spotted one man on the cross, and now they're going to realise what is up. They're going to rotate back away. Crizzen flashed out, but ready on the cross, ready to catch off someone like Bubsky. He does spray him down alongside Buster right there, back behind. New short position, takes 2, and the third does get traded out eventually, so the B-bomb site has been opened. But only the SMGs have fallen. There's still rifles in play, although Refresh looks to try and change that. Takes out Demastic, drops the FAMAS to a 2 versus 2, but James close range with this MP9 as a high rate of fire. Picks off Dragonfly. Kicker, it's down to 13 HP. So Refresh, this should be an easy enough job for him to pick apart, but it does take out James. Line up the spray, and Re-peeks back in for Kicker. 4K for Refresh, carrying Fragsters through their first rifle, but AVANGAR, of course, saving those rifles or saving those SMGs from the last round means that they have enough to reinvest back into this next one. The AWP will come out from James, and the M4s, an MP9, and a UMP to back it all up will be out for AVANGAR. Fragsters also will be looking for their way into this one. On the way back into the round overall. The AKs, of course, out for them. A couple of SMGs being bought of their own accord, so Fragsters not quite lining up the same money line. Spray comes out. The T's converge on the sandwich positioning. Kicker is shut down. Demastic does get one trade, but he traded right back, and Fragsters are showing us a little bit of life here. The bomb does go down. Flashbangs over. James forced back at the connector stairs. Dragonfly on the backstab. Watched and catches off Buster on the backstab. 2 versus 4 now. And Fragsters looking like they're going to be able to claim this second round for them. And no real retake potential there. Backed off Crizzen towards CT spawn, expecting any T-side players to push towards them, trying to think they can catch them off, but James taking the AWP very far afield. Crizzen might even survive, so there it is, 2-2 to start things off. AVANGAR take the pistol conversion. They get traded right back out on 2 rifles for Fragsters. Now they're looking like they might only have pistols for this round, but they're also in play. May or may not force buy around it. Looks like they decided not to force around it at all. The CZ's on Buster, and that's about it. P250s for 3 other players, Chris and Dima and Kickert. That is the entire CT defensive. Not a whole lot for AVANGAR. Sprays, burst, Sentinels come through. Kickert's going to be the man that brunts the most of the damage in the early part of the round. The default just out from Fragsters to try to get a first pick try. And muscle the mustard out of the AVANGAR CT side. They have got mid control. 1 man towards Sniper Nest. He's playing passive against Nest Kicker. 34 points of damage. If they had a nade, they could take him out right now, but unfortunately the Molotov is the best thing they've got to that. I don't think they want to put it out towards Sniper Nest when they've got short control, apartments control. Ready to push in above the CT side. Buster with the first banner full, but Jamin and Crizzer connect 2 very nice frags. Kicker has eventually traded back and refreshes on the trade potentially as well, but Demastic still dropping the bomb. AWP. Oh, spots 1 more man as well. It's all Stavin. Out towards the apartments, and AVANGAR may not be done just yet. So 2-on-1 to the favour of the CT side. And Demastic's got an AK to play with as well. Stavin's got to have a 3K clutch to try and make this one work. Taking pop shots, they now know where he is. They can both focus fire towards him, and Stavin in a very bad spot. It's James to find the angle. A 3K for him. And in a round where he needed to do some serious stepping up for AVANGAR, he will do exactly that. Get himself a 3K. Get his team 3 rounds. The 2 of Fragsters. This also puts a massive dent in the T-side economy. As you can see, exhausting all of their reserves to put themselves back into this round. $450 on top any Eden as well, meaning that if they lose this one, they will have to go for the eco. UMP for Bubsky. Is the worse off weapon here for the T side. little over a minute for Fragsters to make them move in. They've got enough utility for a full set execution to the A-bomb site, but they've got 4 players to deal with, and that really is going to be the issue for Fragsters. Particularly that AWP is ready to shut them down as they cross through. Flashbang's not caught by James. Counter Incendiaries come back, gets a good flick on Stavin and backs right off. I think he's put one towards Palace. Flashbangs come through to Bunny, then's fully blind, facing the wall and dead. They've got bomb control. James trying to turn towards the third, can't quite get towards Palace. Refresh will keep the fight going, but he's suppressed. Demasik takes down Bubsky, so overall this is not a round that has gone well for the T's. Eventually Refresh and Dragonfly do trade to a 2 versus 3, but Dragonfly gets overly zealous and Demasik shuts him down alongside his teammate, picks up the AWP, a 3k overall, the 4th round on the board. For AVANGAR, that's Fragsters on the full reset now. No money to work with, this should be an eco. And AVANGAR kicking things off right on the CT side. He's trying to shut them down, but Kicker's ready. Simple anti-eco from AVANGAR, all the rifles out, not even SMGs to try and farm up money. And only 1 frag will go to the favour of the T's as they pick off Kicker. 3 kills for him though, he did his damage. Boosted his stats. Getting AVANGAR, of course, up to 5 rounds here. The 5 AKs out for Fragsters here. M4s and AK for AVANGAR. Once again, the exact same setup they had in that last anti-eco round. And of course, the AWP for James, who has been doing quite a bit better than his last outing. He's currently 2nd top on the frame board. And he's also going to take Refresh down and keep his stats boosted. Refresh going, falling. Stavin also falling into the hands of Kicker. Dragonfly still on the site, trying to make something work, but his teammates are fooling all around him. He's got himself a 2k. He's bought an opening for Fragsters, but it's a small one until Benny then just can't seem to find the way through. AWP shot still ringing. James suppressing the bomb plot. Dragonfly desperately looking for one of these frags. Eventually, Kicker's going to take him down, and Dragonfly will get traded back by Demasik. It recovers that AWP. And although damage was done to AVANGAR, they've still got money to fall back on, so back into the reinvestment. Fragsters maybe looking for the double eco, and yeah, it looks like they will be doing that. Just the Eagles out. A CZ for Refresh. A smoke for the Benny then, and that's all we got for Fragsters. So we're going to stack up, looking for max loss bonus. Something that will be available to them after this round comes into fruition. Most they're just going in towards mid control. I don't know what the Russian stream was trying to tell us, but some strats for you to analyze in your own time. Buster, first man in to take Dragonfly down as the first man to fall. We're left on the clock, and even more fire comes through from the rifles. Buster and Kicker take off 2 more frags. Stavin and Benny then just left towards the A site, trying to do something, but their pistols just don't get anything done. An expected outcome for the Fragsters side, 7-2 to the favour of AVANGAR. This time it's Demasik overperforming, and Bubsky still yet to frag for the Fragsters, ironically speaking. AWP out once again for James, AWP for Dragonfly. Money is stacked for AVANGAR. They are looking pretty rich right now. Fragsters for the buy of a max loss bonus. AWP out for AKs. Helmets in Kevlar, and an early engagement from Dragonfly. Doesn't quite look away and suffers for it. Trying to get a quick scope on kick up, but no. Losing so much HP. Sort of the fact that he unscoped and looked away from that sniper nest position. Kick up will back off, knowing that he's done the AWP for a lot of damage. And James is also confident in the knowledge that he's taken out Refresh to kick things off to the favour of AVANGAR. 5-on-4 for the CT side. Lots of tag damage done across this T side. Kick-out's looking even for a little bit more. AK out to play. Dragonfly also spotted by Demus, who peeks in. Looks towards Latimer, picks him off. Kick-out does take out Stav and does drop the bomb in jungle. Demus combines with him. Takes Bubsky out, leaving Torbeni then as the last man left. A 1v5. And that's that. All 5 staying alive. The pause to come through from Bubsky and Fragsters. Technical in nature as Bubsky. Guessing having some ping issues of some sort. I'm not really very sure. But, of course, Fragsters going to take that chance to quickly reassess their situation as well. Yeah, restarting CS Bubsky. Be back in action shortly. But the current outlook for the round is not great from Fragsters, unfortunately. Yeah, Bubsky is back. We're ready to go. AVANGAR have already run their half. It's all just a case of whether Fragsters can take much more. You can get 4 rounds, they can get 5 rounds, in fact, on this T side. It is workable with the CTs. AVANGAR aren't going to let them go much further than this, and they aren't going to try and allow them to go forward. CZ's out. This is a half buy from Fragsters, of course. Maxos bonus, $3,400 per player on that T side. One minute and, well, a little over 1 minute now just to go. And Fragsters are yet to make their commitment. They are trying to set up towards what looks to be an A split. They've got players going into the underpass position. A lot of smokes raining in as they try to go for a stand execution. The bomb's going to push through, and they just haven't got their entire force. As a result, Kickout's just going to shut them down back behind the firebox. No one's expecting it until Benny Index's head taken off as well. It's a guillotine in his hands. That's Prison and Buster find the last two. That's an easy mop-up. A perfect round from AVANGAR. No points of damage done to the Fragsters side. The execution did not go well, admittedly. It wasn't the best of buys, but still, I hope they would have got a bomb plant or something out of that nature. They will go in with their AKs anyway in the AWP for Dragonfly. Flashbang, full sets utility across the board for Fragsters. Bubsky with the first man in for the Fragsters side as they also go out towards the mid-control. Most of the force are going to hear these footsteps towards connected. They spray their way on through, stabbing, running and gunning. Kick out. Oh, completely blind. What on earth was that? He even turns on for the second. Maybe a third for Taveni, and then he's pushed up. The kick out does back off instead. Jane decks Bubsky instead, 5-on-2. And once again, Fragsters just fall to pieces. Bomb rotating, T side that remains trying to go for an A hit, but yeah, it's already gone here. This is going to be a 10th round for AVANGAR, I have no doubt. And how many rounds they've won in a row as well. Just highlighting exactly how many players have stayed alive as well. Why the economy is so bolstered for Africa. Look at that money line. But now, Demasik takes Torb out. And Refresh is alone. Does take Prison at least. That'll be one frag for the Fragsters. That's it. And take a look at this money line as well. Oh. It's a thing of beauty. It really is. Loads of money flowing for AVANGAR. They are, I'd argue, almost entirely set up for the rest of the half. And Bubsky's not set himself up at all. No frags, as the observer did point out. Kicker takes Bubsky out of the action to kick things off for the CT side once again. Not really much you can do against the Pistols. Maybe the CZ of Stalin can do something. And yeah, he does open up the B-bomb side. There's no other CTs here to defend it. Go out for the mid control. But meanwhile, T-side force on the A portion of the map are going to get dealt with. Demasik quickly onto Refresh Stavin. Hearing footsteps from James on the AWP and actually makes his move in as appropriate. But James not ready for this. They take the AWP down. So damage done once again. Dima is ready for Stavin. He's ready to receive him. He knows he's going to repeat this one. Top and also dealt with. The spray comes out. Dima takes it off his shoulders. A kick-out deals with Torb as well. The AKs will stay in play. AVANGAR have loads of money. Don't even need to save the AWP. 4 players on $16,000 before the buy. Buster only needing to invest into a little bit. Utility. Meanwhile, on the T side of the board, Bubsky has dealt a total of 322 damage. Dima straight in, shutting Stavin out. AVANGAR just taking full control of the entire map. There is nothing for Fragsters in this map. There really is not. It's real funny because I was getting a lot of messages earlier before we started the map saying, oh yeah, Fragsters, this is a good map for them. But even going into this one, statistically, that was just not true. And right now, it's definitely not true here. Execution to come through from the T side. One last stand, one last push. Demasik will shut it down. I have a headshots galore. Kicker's got the next man. And Bubsky is the last man to start. Will he get a frag? At least get a frag, mate. Come on. First frag to enter the game. And he gets it. There we go. Bubsky is now 1-13. With 5 HP remaining. What more can you do from here? And the answer to the question is nothing. 12-2 to the favour of AVANGAR. They want to make it 13-2. And that first frag came in a little bit late from Bubsky. But welcome to the game regardless, my friend. Limited on utility and weapons for that matter. Dragonfly's got the, well, he did have the kill, now he's got the AWP as his team, the main AWP for his team forwards. Refresh will get a trade back, but already 2 of his teammates have fallen. Dragonfly's still fragging. AWP in his hands. So one more frag and Stavin captures Dima off guard. Oh god. The awkward spray eventually connected together. 2 versus 2, actually. This is a pretty decent round from the T side as Prison goes falling sort of to Buster. So maybe Fragsters will connect their pistol buffer at least, but the bomb's still down towards mid. Oh, and a great angle held by Buster to shut down Dragonfly. You may know that Stavin's out towards the A site as well. Takes the fight towards Connector. Probably could have been doing better just to hold back and wait for him to peek out, but regardless, that will be a 3rd round on the board for Fragsters. And it took them a long time to get here as well. Still, a lot rest in this pistol. AVANGAR for the map. Fragsters for map survival in this series. Even then, that's just the least. They are looking for a lot more than map survival here on Mirage. Fragsters had an easy time. Yeah, wow. Let me try the English thing one more time. Fragsters had an easy time on Inferno. On Mirage, this time it's AVANGAR having the easy time, and Fragsters just not doing well at all. Third map is Train. Both teams stand a good chance on Train. We'll get into specifics when we get to that, if we get to that. Which is more than likely that we'll get to it at this point. Dragonfly will kick things off, however, for the pistol round on this T side. Shutting down kicker. Bomb does go down from AVANGAR. They've cleared out the A bomb, so they had a lot of presence towards the B site, and now Fragsters going to set up for the retake. They've got no defuse kit, however. So long as the kills go to the favour of AVANGAR, so long as they make sure that these T's get caught off guard like Dragonfly is there towards mid, they can keep things to their favour as Buster gets traded, but he takes down Refresh before he ends up falling. CT's on site. They fall to Dima, they fall to James. Bubsky, the last man remaining. Time against him. Man advantage against him. And now life against him as he loses his life. The 13th round on the board for AVANGAR. I have a feeling this match is done here, ladies and gents. Fragsters will force the issue. And pray these CZs do their magical unbalanced thing and steal a round away from the 4 AKs and UMP that is in play for AVANGAR right now. AVANGAR taking things slowly. And move in, James. Taking an initial aggression against the CT side, but the rest of the T's move in towards A. They catch up and overextend into a Benny then. Hear him suppressed, eventually take his head off his shoulders, and the CTs rotate as appropriate. And the bomb will go down eventually when it makes its way through the smoke. There we are. Fragsters. Oh, not many of them are going to go for this retake, but the ones that do get their heads taken off, stabbing down alongside to Benny then. I believe that's just 5 for Bubsky, Dragonfly, and Refresh. This will be a 14th round on the board for AVANGAR. What the Fragsters do from here. Haven't seen many of these kind of score lines these days. We used to see it a lot back in late 2015, early 2016 Counter-Strike. 12-3 half, and unfortunately, the other side just doesn't get going on the second half. Jay will at least get shut down. So that's something for Refresh, the UMP, to work with, but that's none of the AKs. That's not economical damage being done to AVANGAR, so just for Fragsters, it looks worse and worse and worse per round. They could still force a buy around it, which is a possibility here. The UMP does open up some doorways for Fragsters. I feel like they may have to, because even if they can see this round go for a full buy in the next one, they've got a 12-round comeback to make work. I just don't see that happening. They will save their money. Stabber will invest, however, so there is at least that much for his favour. Trying to look for the first eagle shot on James, and there you go. That's how it works. Molotov! Oh, Stabber into Benny then. 2 quick headshots just like that. They've dropped the bomb, and maybe this round's not so far gone for the CT side. Dima stick and Buster, the last 2 left. Dima catches one out towards the A bomb side, but Bubsky gets out of position. Buster's moving in towards T-spawn, trying to set up for the A-bomb site. One minute to go. Dragonfly trying to peek in. Ready and waiting as Buster peeks around and shuts him down instead. 2 versus 4 situation, and the bomb is still yet to make his way onto the bomb site. Still rifles drop down towards mid. Who's going to go hunting for them? Got an AK to work with for Torb. Stand back towards Firebox. Meanwhile, Demonstick makes his way in, takes down Bubsky. Now looking for a refresh. Okay, AVANGAR have turned this one around. Suffered serious damage, but back in for this round victory. Stoward is the man they have to deal with. Will Buster expect it? Yes, he does, and he shuts him down. Okay. Unfortunately, the pistols for Fragsters will not do enough. So Benny then the last man left remaining, making his way in from Connector. AK in his hands. Can't see anyone here. This is going to be a 15th round for AVANGAR. See what Benny can do. Gets close. Takes Buster at least. Smoke on the bomb. No defuse kit though, so all Demon needs to do is wait for time and play for time, but he doesn't even do that. He just peeks out, takes the headshot because he can. Lots of damage done to AVANGAR at least, which is something for Fragsters, but again, we come back to the bottom line, which is that 12-round comeback. I just don't see it happening, guys. I really don't. Ops out, M4s are for Mars for Torbeni then. One final stand. Jane will kick things off. And Stavin will be the man to fall down towards the mid position. And AVANGAR is taking aggressive fights, trying to shut down the CT players as appropriate throughout this one. Grenade on Dragonfly, 79 HP. Dragonfly will pick Chrism back to a 4 versus 4, so really something being found by the CT side to keep themselves in the game for a little bit longer, but how much longer that longer will last, something yet to be seen. Refresh and ladder him. Trying to see if we can find Buster. Molotov will force him out, but he picks up kick out. Fortunately, Demon 6 on the ace bomb site. Takes a man advantage for AVANGAR. 2 versus 3. Dragonfly and Refresh are the last two that remain in the server now. One towards mid, challenging Buster. Buster shuts down Dragonfly. The last man is out towards underpass, making his way in from Connector. But there is very little chance for Refresh in this one. Desperately looking for a frag, desperately binding for his chance in hell, but the bomb will go down. The retake will be on. No defuse kit, no health. I think you can say it with me, guys. This is a big old GG. 16-3. Man, oh man, what a role reversal. As AVANGAR claim map 2 of the series, claim themselves a 3rd map in this series. Well, Hajis, that was a bit rough for the Danes, I'll be honest with you. So don't go anywhere, because there's a little bit of work that needs to be done on Train. We'll go into the pre-match, the pre-map breakdown for Train between these two squads, because actually this may be one of the more interesting maps of the series. So, of course, we're over to map 3 to decide who is going to the LAN finals, who is going to the Bets.net Masters. We'll find out after this very short break, because the Bets.net Challenger Series will continue after this.